Bom dia. Bom dia. Mais 2 dias de bênção, já vou ter que recarregar. Vou só pegar a recompensa na missão diária e seguir lá pra completar a missão de Arconte. Pronto, só fazer essa resina condensada já comprou a missão diária. Pegar no livrinho, né? Senão não dá.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Dou ou não dou 10 tiros no Moalane? Só 10. Mas acho que não, vou guardar pra Xilonen. Bora seguir então pra Natlan. Ah é, hoje é segunda, liberou umas missões novas. Depois tem que fazer. Depois faço em off. Oi.
been here before?
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Bora levar o nome antigo da Catina pra Mavica.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them, cause...
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Dion-san. Your incredible strength...
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so...
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
Follow me.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye. This...
Whoa. I've never seen...
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must...
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. And physical items do a far better job of preserving those... Now, I still have some preparations to make for... If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origin.
Alright, we'll have a look.
Liberou a curiosidade.
Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have...
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matavaru. I have his entire set of fishing equipment, actually. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular... In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon which he staked his honor.
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep-sea fishing again. Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back...
Well, Paimon thinks he...
That was my answer as well. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste.
Wait, that means you also know how to...
Maybe we can go head-to-head.
Ah, conte quase tudo.
This is a taste...
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was...
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head!
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of strength. The association with... And even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it for any length of time would...
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original belt, Kitera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy identical, and he would often wear this version when training.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it up. There are so many jars and potions.
No, those belong to the Masters of the Nightwind. Their ceremony... Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appeared... The tools you see here are quite traditional. The contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh,
Ooh, must be something real.
grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now.
Whoa, this weapon...
Ah, that weapon belonged to Tenoch. That's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out,
Exile?
it was a punishment imposed out of necessity. When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves in urgent need of a powerful... He united the 6 tribes and accomplished great feats throughout... Ultimately, he perished. And because he had already lost his... And so, he was laid to rest, alongside the countless war...
Wow.
Indeed, even now, his story is told... The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of Natlan's...
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been... Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes. They demonstrate the true shape of...
The shape of...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to...
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which exactly, even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way, take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just... Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by...
That does kinda make sense.
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often we forget. While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the Divine Throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person, in addition, the Sacred Flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised.
Bonitinho, tava
I turned a
pintando.
piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before.
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works
It's all right. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and he would sit on a blanket. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians we were raising ran into the room and knocked. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for... I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end...
Wow.
Isn't that what being... As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this name.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait...
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is, place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow...
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Katina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to...
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyup is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyup to send me back, but then this really strong monster... The Wyup saved me, even though its power is weakening. So if the Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though...
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is... All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind.
Tadinha. Ela vai te
I'll
salvar.
find a way back. You don't have to...
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as you're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve.
I'm really still. I don't want you to put yourselves in danger.
All you need to do is place your trust in us. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of—
I know. I'm prepared.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with that face you just made. Don't tell—
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people— Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to—
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practice. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle—
That won't happen.
I hope not.
Só curar minha arlequina aqui, vou seguir, né?
So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what these ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here—
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
It's the pre-adventure excitement!
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stick.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically... Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Transfixed! Everybody stand back!
Clouds high. The birds come.
Let the world collide!
Wind strider.
Já ia falar, nem voltei pra aqui na rotação mesmo de matar. Mas eu voltei. Esse aqui é o bichinho mais legal que tem que encher o Polassauro.
Oh, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Nossa, esse aqui contra ele mexer nadando na água bem legal.
Shower me with praise!
Overruled!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Strike a pose!
This is where you fall. Laid bare.
Vou levar geral.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the abyss.
Yes. There's something.
We actually have to go in. Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's...
Quer entrar, nós só dá um empurrãozinho.
looks like we made it. This is the night.
It looks so different from what I imagined.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here.
From this point forward, everything we know about the...
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand under...
That's it? You really think that little of Paimon? That's not even why Paimon asked!
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real...
The terrain looks difficult to navigate.
Yeah, these floating black things...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker's stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his...
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but you're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being... I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form. Be careful. This place has been severely...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Nação dele. Herói. Malco herói.
Back here. You can't go... Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
How brilliant!
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was...
Don't scare Paimon!
I heard it too.
What did it say?
It doesn't matter. It's...
Encontramos a Catira.
We're here, Kachina! Honey? Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these— Good idea. Let's go. You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. The Y-Up's power helped keep me hidden, so I just—
Had a girl. You did.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but that was the Pyro Archon's theory as well.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the you can think of them like the body of each Y-Up. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, there are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Y-Up can extend their consciousness over the entire— But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become—
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if— Still, we can't just leave the Y-Up to suffer.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration.
Kachina? What's wrong? Nothing. Just a—
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's
No, just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Y-Up. Not because we have— You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you read—
All right. The sooner we get this done, the—
We've already come all this way, so we might—
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, So go. Achieve your goal, and return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for
You're a true hero. Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Y-Up? Y-Up! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Y-Up, can you hear—
Hora da viagem de purificação.
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way.
You killed them.
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying, you may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will— No. The power of the abyss is intoxicating. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out that is the tragedy of your short lives. Ancient names, pride, friendship. The Pyro-Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro-Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina! Give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Volta pra ela confiança.
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm... You're right. Maybe, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the truth.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back to... The power lies not, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal. And... Well said! Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you?
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together.
Nem todo mundo vai querer lutar sozinho.
Faster!
To this world!
Surf's up! Right here! Drilling down!
The flames of
Check this out! Just the one! Carving waves! Amazing! Right here! That's right!
We actually won!
É claro, você é fortuna também.
That's what he gets for
Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely, this makes me so...
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh?
Ué, nome
My
antigo?
ancient name is... glowing? But I thought...
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't...
Wait, does that mean...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place. Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, it took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand. The Pyro-Archon's plan will unite us. Only then will we have the power. Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs.
Tupac.
I fought against the Abyss during the
I've heard that name before.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wyo. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain.
What's wrong, Moalani?
So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did
Did you just figure 500 years ago? They foresaw the very crisis we're facing now.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining.
Eles estão dando as energias enquanto o viajante purifica o poder do abismo. Legal, gostei.
Okay, that should be enough. Why?
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon... I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength.
You are already an outstanding child.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents. Focus on who you want to be. You are all. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you. Go now, my children. Save Nat.
I know we've never met before, Wayab, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on? We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need...
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
Valeu, Sealy. Ah, tem que correr. Erro tá abrindo. Na onda.
The opening in the sky! It's closing! We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here!
Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle!
Bora, bora! Pode ir!
Faster!
We'll never make it!
Fechou. Só achei que você continua. Peguei lá.
You've done well. Now come home.
Rapaz.
We're back!
The Pyro Archon saved us.
Flipar.
You've done well. Now come home.
Rapaz.
She's not here. Yeah, didn't she?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the night.
So you're saying her consciousness?
Every great display of power.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. Let's get back to the stadium. The pyro arc.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well again.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Take a seat, everybody. I'll
A Moalana e os outros possuem um certo grau de contaminação do abismo. Mas os efeitos nocivos não serão permanentes. Coisa da Shuyu.
All right. That should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the abyss like you, Traveler.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head...
Thank you, Koichi.
All right. We might not see it. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible...
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people. Our looming destruction is not a recent development.
Mualani told us a little bit about...
500 years ago, all the nations of Tibet, unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the... Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss, and still, This is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss... The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of but at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and if we didn't bring the nation back together, it would... So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of...
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure since the plan was mentioned in those memories. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely... A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the... Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wyab would select a hero. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation.
So that means... I'm one...
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja. The same one after your adventure in the Night Kingdom. I trust you've come to fully
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection faded.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess if we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name bearer So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names.
Então, o Kinich, o Shilonen, que eu vou pegar na próxima atualização, e a Yansan.
During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wyab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored.
Well, we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all... That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite...
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all...
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny, just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from...
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will I can only trust it. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before...
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk. And in addition to their sentimental value, the item...
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important. But there's an even more... Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being... On their own, each item's power is limited. But together, by burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fires. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power...
But weren't they all precious
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never want...
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, and then, it would only be a matter of time before the... Besides, When those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a if they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan.
Even when you put it that way.
There's no need. The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items.
Well, we'd still like to...
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to... Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph, and we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and...
Still, now that I know the danger...
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. All right. You should head out.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private... It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me I've witnessed their energy, even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Ela é Murata, a primeira.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribe, the Abyss, is a cunning enemy. One that I faced in battle many times. My rage will never know absolution. And my power... But you came to me because you knew you could... I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you even across time. We will all do our...
Yeah, Mom's right. No, seriously though, Dad should...
I imagine he didn't know what... Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring...
We are those who grew alongside Sun, and those who forged our... That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just...
Ah, well, you two had a fight.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful.
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding some...
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses...
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound.
But do you really have to go that far? Can't you just...
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this... Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Hyman's had a...
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done. Thank you, everyone.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a...
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the night. Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to this.
Serves you all right. No sympathy for me.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle. Dear friends, I'm grateful to my friends and this traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it...
To be honest, well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated. Hey, please don't make...
Ela mexe, ela olha pro olho de quem tá, ó. Sempre olha pra altura do olho. Interessante, legal, gostei.
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's...
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had the thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the...
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room.
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude she played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of... You feel lost keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret, and this is a war. And there can be no war without loss. I am already far more... The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything...
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still... And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3, to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient
então
name
vai ser
for
assim
you.
que ele vai conseguir o Pyro.
Ancient names can be...
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but If they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in the Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation, always.
Yeah, we can't just ignore this.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who... We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but...
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now.
Você pode ser mal, pode ser vilão, mas tem que ter honra. Eu nunca tirei proveito de um oponente em um momento de fraqueza. Não planejo fazer isso agora. Não seria o número 1 se
As for
fizesse
you,
isso, né?
I must confess, I did not expect.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you heard something from here.
Isso aí, ó. Aqui. Aqui por enquanto vai ter o ato 2 só. O restante vai vir com as atualizações, né? Gostei muito. Natlan tá sendo incrível. Natlan tá sendo muito bom mesmo. Já tá nas 500 gemas. Então... eu tenho que continuar aqui, né, a missão lá em Fontaine. Mas eu vou fazer o seguinte. Vou fazer a missão de Natlan. Nada. Já foi. Essa aqui eu vou continuar nela. Que é aquela missão das tribos. Continuar enquanto tem um tempo ali que dá recompensa a mais, né? Aproveitar a recompensa.
After all we've been through recently, it sure feels good to come back to visit the people of... It's been a while since we last got in touch with Mualani. I wonder what she's up to now. Have Mualani be our guide. Oh, Paimon just remembered something! Do you remember that? Yeah, that's the one! Paimon remembers that the people of the springs told us we can invite her to be our guide and set up for the island! As qualified adventurers, we should never give up! Well...
Sorry, we don't carry any black swimming floaters here.
But why?
May I ask whether you've had some...
Well, yeah, sorta. The last pair of black floaters I bought ended up getting bitten by Koholosaur. I nearly drowned.
I knew it. I specifically asked an expert from the Masters of the Nightwind about this once. Black...
Really?
Also, have you by any chance become a mosquito magnet? Or found...
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been feeling.
In that case, I'd recommend either pink or blue swimming floaters. I'll even offer you a discount if you'd like. Just see it as a way of celebrating your luck.
You'd really do that? Then...
You got it.
Vendedora nata.
Well, hello there! If it isn't the
It's been a while, Mulani. Was all that stuff you were saying just now really true? Do pink and blue floaters really bring good luck?
Of course. I know a friend who nearly drowned once, but because she was wearing blue floaters, a group of Kaholosaurs came to the rescue and brought her back to shore.
Whoa,
But let's get back to why you're here. Come on, don't be strangers now. I can give you whatever you need.
No, we actually came here to ask you to be our guide.
Well, you've come to the right person. So, where do you want to go?
We want to visit the mysterious island.
A trip to the mysterious island?
Do you have any...
I assume you're already aware of how difficult the trip will be, right?
Yep, your chief is already... But with our adventuring experience and with you as our guide, well...
Then I'll have to explain. I learned all my skills as a guide from Uncle New. And he's the best guide in the whole tribe. But apparently, with a good guide to lead the way, a journey should usually be fun and pleasant. However, since it's you two, it's just my duty as a guide to explain these things.
Paimon thought this would be a piece of cake for you, but it seems Paimon will feel really guilty to make a friend go through a bunch of trouble just... Mualani?
Whoa, what's the hurry?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Kolo just got back to the tribe. I heard he found another underground room.
Oh, Kolo's back. Wait for me.
Who's Kolo?
Oh, he's currently ranked as the #1 guide in the People of the Springs. Besides the tribe's first chief, he's the only other guide who's ever made it to the mysterious island.
Really?
He's always out and about, so we don't get to see him often. Sounds like... let me put up the closed sign first. Okay.
The crystals you asked for can only be found in caverns deeper than 500 meters underground. Here, as for the people you asked me to take along, they almost all got lost in a cave. Out of my sense of next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone. Indeed. Well, no wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go more than 200...
I wonder how much he made this time.
Whoa, it really does sound like a super amazing guide. Do you think you could get some pointers from him, Mualani?
Ko'olo always treats his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a guide.
Oh.
But one day, I'll also be...
That's him, right? Do you really think you'll be able to...
Allow me to do the talking. You must be the top guide of your tribe.
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, they also wanted to go to the mysterious island, right? Seems they finally realized...
A commission? Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my
Yes, I've looked into everything I need to know.
Oh? And where...
The mysterious island.
Just as Paimon thought.
But first, please don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist.
You hear that? He wants to go to...
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the journey to the island requires a lot more than just a guide, right?
Since you want to visit the real mysterious island, then I'm sure you've also heard about the requirement for our trip, right?
Yes, I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust their lives to one another will be... I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in some...
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island by themselves.
You
say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me with... Let's look at it the other way around. Why would I place my life in the hands of some... Many guides in the tribe have received commissions like this, only to end up bogged down by their... How do you think I reached the mysterious island?
Well, I'm different.
That doesn't make much of a difference to me. You'll give up halfway at best, which is a waste of my time. I can tell you're just looking to explore something new. If that's the case, then you can find another guide in the tribe. For example... New student, over there.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes that—
I have things to do now.
Hold on, Ko'olo.
What's wrong? I'm only introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the—
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter. The rare ores I brought back are proof that I've been to the island. But as for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found the island before you start...
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to take you to see what the excitement was all about.
That Ko'olo seemed to harbor some kind of grudge.
I know. Quite an impressive achievement for my teacher, huh? Even the best guide in the—
Oh, Paimon thought you'd be more—
Of course not. Uncle Nu has also argued with Ko'olo, but it's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been to the island. That's right. It's just that I've always seen the journey as something super important and not to be taken lightly. After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face—
Actually, Paimon did—
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle Nu taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first— If you want a chance of reaching the destination together, you must first reach— I always felt that my teacher is no less skilled than Ko'olo. But Uncle Nu has never been to the island, so Ko'olo always uses that to push us down.
Sempre senti que meu professor... Mas habilidoso pular uma não foi aí,
So, as Uncle Nu's student, I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove—
But don't you have that chance now, Mulani? If you'd agree to be our— With the help of the renowned traveler and his trusty companion, you'll definitely be able to find—
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
Aw, you're making Paimon blush!
Alrighty then. If we're gonna go, we should start preparing right away. I've already had the plans for this trip written out for some time.
Oh, it's that scholar guy.
Scholar guy? My name is Varamdra. Please.
I didn't expect to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, and it's that lady too!
Excuse me, Miss Guide. Since
I'm Mualani. As for whether or not you can come along, I'm sure you've already heard the requirements. We've only just met, and I'm not sure you're cut out for this trip. The path to the—
Oh.
I admit that after coming to Natlan, I've encountered many things outside of my field of expertise. It's understandable you're worried that we'll slow you down. So how about this? We'll set off with you as ordinary travel companions, and I'll pay you the usual commission fees. But we will— In other words, you needn't shoulder the responsibility of being our guide. And even if something were to happen—
If you accompany us, then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless deal. Oh, don't tell me you think I'm this—
So you still refuse? Fine. Kariel, put the more for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please don't follow me.
Verandra?
Now he wants to go alone? Why is this guy—
Wait! Please don't do this in front of a guide. I can't let a tourist go on some dangerous—
I'm so sorry for the—
Don't say that. Although it'd be inappropriate to bring along two strangers, How about this? Let's meet up tomorrow morning at the monument.
So you've decided to accept my—
No. My plan is to use some of our time together to turn you from—
That's your plan?
Wonderful. On behalf of both Verandra and I...
Pretty sure only Mualani could come up with a plan like that.
We need to get started on our preparations. Laffa, I've got some business for you.
We've been over this before. The name's Yellowpath.
I know. It's just that Laffa sounds so much cute.
Well, since you're the customer here, I guess whatever floats your boat.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best—
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is
How much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
Ahem. Let's make this clear, Traveler and Paimon. We're not—
Oh, no! We're traveling as close friends who trust each other with anything.
That's what I thought. Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment. And I don't want my friends to be paying for me. But don't worry, it's not that expensive. We're ready, Laffa.
Your total is—
Isn't that still a lot for you, Moo?
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week's worth of pocket money and completely solve that problem. I'd say that's a great deal.
You call that a week's worth of pocket money?
That's not important. We still need to buy some equipment from another store. Come with me.
You call me—
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kind of rare? I can negotiate—
All right.
A record player. Specifically, the kind—
Oh, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to—
Uncle—
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back from you when you—
Thanks, Uncle On.
A record player? Does that—
Yep. And that's our next stop. Hey, Paka Paka!
Mualani? Have you finally decided?
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today. I just want to buy a record. The one you've been keeping—
That—
Maybe I can think of a way to connect you with a friend from the Masters of the Nightwind to—
Whoa! Then we could produce some real—
Nice.
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Nightwind for some advice once, and apparently—
Is that really a thing? Well—
You know how it goes, Mualani.
Deal.
Looks like Mualani really is rich.
That should be about everything we need to buy.
What's wrong, Lil?
Next, I need to... Besides the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. Well, it's full of strange symbols. Almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were... Which brings us to today. The day I officially...
Whoa. Hearing that is also making Paimon feel...
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me...
That's right! Let's go and fun...
Pela ilha misteriosa, né? O que já tá demorando.
Afternoon, Uncle New. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally...
You saw right.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. It's just that... my feelings...
Huh?
Do you think that I'm still not ready?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. After all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of...
Don't worry. With our help, Mulan...
Yeah. This time I'll definitely be able to prove...
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop you. Our mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is only one thing we must do.
I understand, Uncle New.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
What is it?
It's a talisman. Take good care of it.
Was this made with spinel fruit? For some reason, this doesn't look like a...
Right. Which is precisely why it's...
You really know me best, Uncle. All right. Traveler and Paimon, tomorrow...
Yay! Paimon can't wait for another... It's about time to meet up now. Let's head to the...
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
Traveler, Paimon, over here!
You're here, Mulan! Oh, and those...
Good morning.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited as a child.
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring stroll, so I hope we can all...
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide. First, do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh.
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back. The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors.
Is there any theoretical basis to support...
A theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me... Very good. You didn't try to argue with me over something that you aren't knowledgeable.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical basis...
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments. Allow me to depart under your gaze and return under your protective watch.
really feels like we're about to embark on a great...
Now, please get ready. We're going to look for the first clue.
Speaking of which, where should we look for the clue?
At a place where many gather. Like a party.
Huh?
Agora sim também na caminho da... Aí, deixa eu ver se eu tenho algum... Aqui, 3.
As expected, the first clue is related to the Kaholosaurs.
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is when the first chief created the map. He left a special mark for this part. It's a code, so it'll be impossible to gain any leads from just finding...
You're a real pro...
But according to the information I've been able to find, Kaholosaurs don't like gathering as herds unless...
So let me tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of the Springs would know. It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Still, as soon as the season changes, unless you're a guide who's always running across Natlan, it would be...
This is a thing? I need to note this down right away and include an explanation.
According to what I've deciphered from the map, a clue...
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the...
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, it shouldn't be a problem at all for me. Let's have Karia...
No worries. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler, Paimon.
Is that so? Then that...
And now I understand how much you care for your assistant scholar. Follow me and stay close.
Tipo assim, tá de irmãozão, mas ele tá protegendo o lado dela. Só passar é pacífico.
Oh no, we've been spotted. Let's back off and try again.
These Kaholosaurs sure seem on guard.
Kevin, you've already used the information provided by the map to deduce that the clue is in that valley.
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never hurt the Kaholosaurs. And secondly, you can't just show up and intrude on others' gatherings, much less make them leave. That's just terrible.
But on what base?
Okay. So can we figure out another way to enter the valley?
There must be a way to enter the valley without startling them. It'd take a while.
Let Paimon think.
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Kaholasaur herd. Even if we...
this is tricky.
Karya, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between Varamdra and the others.
Me? All right. When Varamdra decided, I discovered something very interesting. We thought that the but I'm not sure how useful that...
Oh.
You can just call me Karya.
In that case, please stay here and keep an eye on the...
Found it! What's this?
The key to making our way through the If the Kaholasaurs have a keen sense of smell, then even if we try to sneak... But this plant can help us solve that problem. Because it's we can apply the plant's extract to our bodies.
So, we're gonna...
Don't worry, it's also good...
Oh, Paimon feels all wet and...
Perfect! Okay, let's try to... Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful! Oh, it's just a young Kaholasaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger. How could there be so many here? We can't get through! Oh, I have an idea. Follow me and stay close. Careful! Don't startle them. We must be getting close.
Look! A bunch are gathering around that...
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun.
But Paimon thought...
Sounds like...
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock? It looks like some kind of drawing.
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Kaholasaurs. But to trigger that sort of reaction, you'd need a huge number of Kaholasaurs. That must be the clue!
Should we take a pic?
Oh, the flash might disturb them.
So we've passed the first stage of the journey.
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Kaholasaurs off, then we never would have found this lead. Seems there was a logical...
Has he always been this way? He's just obsessed with his... At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness.
Yes, I understand. And
Ooh, Alani really knows how to lead our group.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next destination.
Hard to tell.
Aha! I got... Though the lines are kind of rough, I can still see that they represent the boundaries between the water. Find our next destination.
Really? You got...
Well, intuition is also a part of it. Maybe I've just seen too... All right, break time is over. Let's get ready. this is the place.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not completely sure yet. The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses the water. But
I knew it! My theory was correct!
Sounds like he's got something.
If you have any suggestions, then...
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone from the tribe...
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in... Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built imitating the dragon.
Oh, I remember now. Uncle...
After learning about the legend, I realized that it was connected to my reason. Even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island, I'm fairly certain, firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land. And secondly, there should be a high concentration of phlogiston. Therefore, the area must contain many potential spirit ways, and the dragons who lived...
Oh, amazing!
Now everyone's contributing.
You flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close.
All right. Then let's start searching for the dragon.
That's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans, we should stick with a name that references no human concepts. Calling it a phlogiston node would be much...
Then let's start searching for the phlogiston node.
If I'm not mistaken... Look, that...
Whoa, it started glowing!
Looks like we can activate it once we get close enough. The light, but according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston nodes. Let's keep searching, everyone.
3 no total, bora procurar os outros 2. Eita.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Pegou a cara bem rápido. O último tá em cima da montanha, só escalar rapidinho. Vou liberar o teleporte primeiro, se precisar voltar não tá.
Paimon sees it! Oh, but it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there.
Great work, everyone! Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing.
Is there something...
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. But this will also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism and switch between different phlogiston nodes to change the path of the spirit way. If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people on...
Isn't that super...
In theory, the process should be very safe. But only if the 3 phlogiston...
Do you think you'd be able to operate it? I just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than a typical...
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information and theory... But in theory, this shouldn't...
If Varamdra can control it...
Okay, well, after all the adventures he's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy. Alright, then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here and I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding node, and we should... Wait, but handling it this way... Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are all above the water. I'm pretty good at swimming, so I'm not a... But it's so high! And you'll be falling so fast! If we don't manage to reach... Do you still remember the promise we made before we left, Paimon? Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since you two are willing to trust me, then naturally, I'm willing to trust you.
Porque precisa de pra operar. Como que ele foi sozinho se não tinha ninguém pra operar o mecanismo pra ele ali?
Alrighty. Please be careful. Need a surfboard? To the spirit way on the right! Please, activate the next node!
Into the wind. One with nature.
Voltar lá, pedir a sua comida e continuar a pegar. Beleza, vamos mostrar essa aqui.
Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since you two are willing to trust me, then naturally, I'm willing to trust you. Alrighty. Please be careful.
Rafael caiu, eu não volto pro lugar. Colocar Deus já volta pro lugar que eu caí. Voltar lá em cima. Voltei lá.
That was perfect.
You were amazing, Lulani! There were a couple of moments Paimon thought it was over.
I'm confident I could do it all over again. Wait, why are the phlogiston nodes no longer lit?
Oh no,
It appears the phlogiston nodes here need to automatically recharge.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to seize our chance.
Do you hear that?
the weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just appeared in the...
Yes, we need to get to higher ground. Hey, look over there!
Whoa! There's a giant whirlpool over there!
Yep, and that's our next stop.
Próxima parada, meio do redemoinho.
What do you mean?
The info I deciphered from the map points to only one possibility. To reach the mysterious island, we must enter that massive whirlpool.
No way.
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure...
Yes, I know. But whether it's the information deciphered from the map, or the direction of the spirit way that I observed in the air, everything points to the path ahead being hidden in...
And what if you're wrong?
Ramdra.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. Unfortunately, the spirit ways must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day again. So, our goal should be the shallow waters. If we enter...
I can't find any evidence to refute your claim for the moment, but...
Then it seems like it's time for our collaboration.
But didn't we all agree?
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it.
No,
You?
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey.
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my guide.
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. If you were to leave now, we'll all... How about this? You and Karia wait here. I know you like to explain everything with theories and logic, so let me build my case first, and then I'll...
Well...
Traveler, Paimon, let's get going.
Whoa. The massive whirl...
Do you also think that this is a wreck? It's okay. That's completely normal. This is just how it is to be a guide. The tribe's experiences path. This gives us the power to decide which way we should go. But it also means that we must bear the consequences of our mistake. Although I'm pretty convinced that all the leads we have collected are pointing us to the whirlpool, if the scholars still choose to reject my plan, I won't. The same goes for the two of you. You are the commissioners, so if you think this is too risky, then it's perfectly reasonable if you want to end the trip here. The good news is that I know the way back to the tribe very well.
Mualani?
Traveler.
That's right. You've trusted us before, Mualani. Now it's our turn to trust you. Besides, it's gonna take more than a whirlpool to scare the two of us. We all managed to make it back from the Night Kingdom. After an experience like that, what's so scary about being sucked into a whirlpool?
Aw, Paimon.
All right. Let's investigate this whirlpool and see if we can get it. Matters of luck aside, he definitely knows a lot about geography, and we'll need him on...
I know, it's just that we can't see much from here. I'll get closer to the water and have another look.
Wait a sec. Is it just Paimon, or does the whirlpool seem to be
Comentaram um negócio no
getting
chat, gente. Não
smaller?
consegui, não quero. Obrigado.
You're right.
That means we need to hurry.
Miss Guide, we have a problem.
Karya? What are you
I tried to persuade him, but he said that the water to the south was about to be shallow enough to wade through. But I'm not much of a swimmer, so I can't...
Oh, why did this have to happen now?
No time to hesitate. I'll get in the water and rescue him. Just tell me which...
Carving waves!
Sério, só dá trabalho. Olha lá.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Oh, why did this have to happen now?
No time to hesitate. I'll get...
Let's ride!
That way? He's been pulled away by the current!
Do outro lado pra coletar coisa. Sai da missão, né?
We found him!
Não há batalhada mesmo.
Oh, there they are!
Bromdra, thank goodness you're all right.
Já era
Thank
pra
you
ter
so
visto,
much,
só
Miss Guide.
sabe que nada sabe.
Didn't it...
Judging by the changes in the water's surface, the path is just...
Right, who knows if we can make it back in time now?
Seems we missed our...
Why would you give up on such an opportunity?
How can you say that? It's already bad enough that you had to be left behind.
I'm really sorry.
Don't feel guilty, Karya. I think if I reactivate the nodes, that will cause the... The only problem is that it's already getting late now. And we've been on the move for a whole day.
Now that you mention it, Paimon is feeling a little hungry. Hey, Paimon's stomach can be very sensible. It won't interrupt while everyone's busy solving puzzles.
We have plenty of tasty things to eat. Let's...
Is this the spot? Let Paimon and the Traveler help set up the tent.
Go ahead. I'll take care of the fire. Oh, and here's a little camping tip. It's best to set the tent upwind from the campfire.
What do you think? This is a specialty dish I learned to make that's perfect for camping. It really... Karia helped out quite a bit, so she deserves some...
No. I'm just...
What was that sound? Don't worry. Remember the record player I bought? Let me go turn it on. Listen. Not bad, right? Wow, so it really works! My parents told me that most of the valuable experience from our ancestors is hidden in various customs. It's... In a sense, this trip to the mysterious island is also a custom left behind by the first chief of the tribe. Yeah, Paimon would like to... Even though I've heard my parents tell stories since I was little, it's said that he was the first person to make a map of Natlan. That sounds pretty... Yeah. There isn't a place in Natlan that he didn't visit. Even now, no one has even come close to his reputation and status as a guide. But oddly enough, after returning from the mysterious island, he laid aside his yearning for adventure and it really makes me wonder what the journey meant to him. A camping trip shouldn't be this stuff. How about this? Before we rest for the night, let's have a bonfire party.
If we're going to go plunging into that whirlpool tomorrow, then wouldn't it be best to try to rest?
Now's not the time to be a party pooper. Yeah, she's right.
All right. So what do the rules
Rules? A bonfire doesn't have any rules. Everyone just needs to have a good time. Okay, So, for the first question... Oh, we were just talking about... Let's hear everyone's ideas, and maybe we can figure out what the first... Paimon can go first. If you ask Paimon what the purpose of a journey... Most importantly, it's about making... Yes, I can't agree more. Okay. You sure are taking your time thinking about it. Oh, I get it. You must have passed through... It's quite possible that your experience traveling is more than what I have as a guide. Why don't I circle back to you later? You can tell me once you have a clear... Next?
Me? If you ask about my travels...
That doesn't matter. This is a...
All right. If I had to say what the meaning of a... Before you reach the destination... You don't need to think about anything outside the trip itself.
Yeah, I'm on tip. All
right, if you... In my opinion, our goals and dreams in life are all in pursuit of what we call results. So, the greatest meaning of a journey lies...
Not sure I can...
There's nothing difficult to understand. It's the same as the decision. He must have discovered enough valuable results after visiting the mysterious island to decide that he should end his journey. Once you've... Before coming here, someone had stolen the results of one of... All that person had to do was sign his name on my achievements, and he was able to take all of the honors. All my effort vanished. And do you understand now, Miss Guide? Without results...
I sympathize with your situation, but...
I don't need your sympathy. As long as I can reach the mysterious island and find the correct results, my pain and struggles will become just another insignificant part of the process. What happened during the day already proved that my theories were wrong, so I'm willing to trust your judgment. I must make it to the mysterious island, and if I have...
Was that actually supposed to be in a... Actually, there's a saying among the guides of the people of the springs. Because the final destination of every journey... It would be disrespectful of my duties as a guide if I were just taking tourists straight to where they wanted to go. It's my hope that is what I would truly call a journey.
Just as you don't agree with me, I can't agree with your point.
I'm not too worried about that. After all, another purpose of traveling is to help people.
What sort of logic is that?
All right, that's it for this round. Since it's... Huh?
Paimon slept so well. Oh, Mulan and the others seem to be up already. Let's go see what they're up to.
Just in time.
What the? You already caught?
We're in luck. The phlogiston nodes were recharged by dawn. I had Karya and Varamdra control the nodes this time, and we were able to quickly unlock the mechanism. We were practicing all morning so they could get the hang of controlling them.
Oh, it seems after apologizing, you've already become trusted members of the team.
Is now really the time to be teasing us? Don't forget that the whirlpools won't last all day.
He's right. We should really hurry over to the...
Even though we had this discussion yesterday, I still want to double check. You all trust me, right?
You bet!
Okay, then let's go.
I can't believe it.
Mulan was right!
Let's see where this cave leads. Come.
Mas é claro que ele é
Faster! According to the map, we need to head downward? Okay. Don't be afraid, everyone. Jump down with me.
Is that lava up ahead?
It appears these caves were formed by volcanic activity.
I see. Then the spirit waves were altering the lava's flow, created temporary holes, which allowed us to follow the water's current, and it...
Are all scholars from
Hard to say.
But can there be an island in this kind of underground space?
It appears we haven't reached our destination yet.
Let's ride!
Amazing!
Let's keep going. We'll be able to see more clearly up ahead. Watch your step. Follow closely, everyone. Heads up! These volcanic caves aren't very stable, so watch out for falling rocks. Faster! Time's up!
What a maze! There's lava everywhere!
Let's look around together and see what we can find.
Very well. It would...
There are plants.
There's nothing unusual about that. This is spinel fruit. Wait, it is a little strange. One on this talisman.
Sabia que o tio foi até a ilha.
Isn't that the talisman your teacher gave?
Yes. In which case, could Uncle New have been... I'll be sure to ask him about... Careful, more falling rocks! Seems like this cave is getting more and more unstable by the minute.
There's so much lava.
The lava here doesn't look very stable. I'm afraid...
From here, the light seems to be getting brighter.
A distant light. Wait, there's...
Miss Guide, it seems Varamdra has all—
I've got it! Do you see that golden light in the distance? I'm positive that's the mysterious island. That's where...
Really?
I'm a scholar from the Academia Spontamad Darshan. I specialize in... When I first heard about the legend of the Mystery, one exaggerated description I heard was that it's an entire island that shines like gold. Under certain environmental conditions, large amounts of lava are quickly cooled. Since the ore can't be moved in time, it begins to accumulate, resulting in... If I'm not mistaken, there'll be a large pool of lava up ahead, and the mysterious island will be floating on the lava.
So you mean we really found the mysterious island?
Rejoice! Even a small piece of that ore will be priceless.
Really? Then let's hurry!
Wait, Paimon. We should head back now.
What are you saying?
This map is covered with symbols and riddles, but there's one thing that's written clearly. What you just said may be correct, but that golden place isn't the island that—
Are you joking?
But Mualani's judgment has always been right.
You thought I'm after
Oh, he's acting weird again.
After my previous findings were stolen, I began a new area of research. And this ore is the As long as I can bring this ore back, my theories will be proven beyond any doubt, and I will be able to reclaim everything I have lost. To me, this ore is the result that must be obtained. Otherwise, all those hardships along the way will be rendered completely
As we agreed before, please try—
Why? Are you wary of me? Now that we've confirmed that the legendary treasure really exists, you don't want outside—
She's not that kind of person, but—
The result is right before my very—
Oh no! He went running in! How can he—
Not good. We must stop him.
Is it just Paimon or is the ground shaking?
Esse cara só avacalha. É um absurdo como esse cara gosta de ser avacalhado.
What the?
Yeah,
Where did these monsters come from?
These monsters. Looks like the lava here is becoming active again. Miss Guide, He'll be trapped by the lava. We need to hurry and take care of these monsters.
Shower me with praise! I must... Lava is rising!
Verandra!
Traveler, Paimon, please take care of Karya. I'll be right back.
What are you doing, Mulan?
I can use my surfboard on the lava for a short period of time, but it will be a lot spicier than surf.
But that's way too risky! Okay then, we'll take care...
Carving waves! The cave is becoming more and more unstable. I have to hurry. More falling rocks. Okay, what's this? What kind of guy?
Ué, gente, mas o negócio não tá muito bom.
The cave is becoming more and more unstable. I have to hurry. More falling rocks. Okay, what's this? Over there! Oh, looks like...
It's right there!
Look carefully. You can't get through the lava. You'll die if you try to make...
Why don't I give up?
Me?
You have the ability to move over the lava. If you try, maybe that way you'll have the results you need to prove yourself. And even Ko'olo won't... You want to know why I won't give up, but I'm asking why you'd give up such...
The lava is rising. If I take this risk, then how will the others get back?
You...
Come with me.
No!
I've brought him back. He's fortunate that he wasn't...
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
You're welcome. It's...
No, I refuse! I can still stand! Let me...
Seriously? How can you be so...
Verandra!
Tome.
Whoa.
I've always believed that you're the most talented person I've ever met. I believe that even if you won't obtain any results this time, you'll still succeed in your new research. So, I won't allow my dearest
Karya.
She's finally opening up. And it seems like she's just the person...
Milani, the lava is over...
Don't panic. It seems like the trick that Uncle knew...
Where did all these come?
No time to explain. Just get on.
Got it, got it!
Everyone okay? Let's take a head count. We escaped danger and made it back alive.
Oh.
What's the point? We still didn't
Hey, don't look so depressed!
Actually, according to the map...
Oh? Then which way should we go? Wait, aren't we back where we started?
Come on, let's go to the statue.
So, what's the point of coming back here again?
Here, look! Some hidden words appeared on the statue.
Really? What part?
Congratulations, guide from the future. You have completed a challenge that even I found ambitious. And now, I finally have the chance to tell you my story. You may have heard legends describing me as the best guide in all of Natlan. But in the beginning, I was more like a treasure hunter. I chased results, facing countless dangers to prove myself. Time after time, I ventured where others didn't dare, never failing to bring back rare treasures. My fame was second to none. And yet, I never felt satisfied. So I found a new goal, a challenge that no one had ever achieved before. The legendary, mysterious island. Another chance to prove myself. Unfortunately, my friends who had traveled with me all this time had grown tired of my nonsense. Instead of praise, they now showered me with words of caution. Perhaps this journey was one that I had to complete alone. But luckily, they decided to once again put up with my antics. Just as before, they came up with ingenious ways to help me move forward. They never let me down, even when I had to place my life in their hands. And they always trusted my judgment, even when it took a lot of courage. In the end, just as ever, we found the result we came for. But that golden glow was baiting me towards death. It was the glow of a rare ore, but it was also the warning sign of an impending eruption. Maybe if I pressed on and put my life on the line, I could get the result I wanted. And yet, there was a chance I'd lose something even more precious. But don't worry. In the end, I made the same choice as you. Everyone was disappointed that their illustrious guide had, for once, returned empty-handed. But seeing everyone survive, I felt satisfied for the first time in my life. Perhaps the treasure I had really been searching for had been right here with me, all along. So, I decided to end my long journey and find a safe place for my hard-earned treasure. To me, this is the real mysterious island.
The hidden inscriptions disappeared!
These must have been the words the first chief left.
In that case, the mysterious island from the legend is actually...
I remember now that the elders once told me our tribe was originally founded on a small island. Later, the coastlines, the journey to the mysterious island starts exactly where it ends. Yeah. I think
the golden glow is an indicator of when the lava will periodically erupt. The principle of vulcanite formation implies that it will only appear at the start of fierce lava activity. This means that there's zero possibility of ever bringing the ore back.
Bromdra, our journey is not yet over. As we agreed, please come back to...
Fine. I suppose that...
Don't be so down. I have a feeling that the next answer I'm looking for will also...
I don't remember, Sal. There's still something important.
back!
Ah, Mualani. It's good to see you again.
Uncle, I've completed the journey to the mysterious island. I'm here to return the talent.
But you still have a question you wish to ask me, right?
Yes.
Yes,
If that's the case, then you've gone on the same journey.
because...
A choice?
Did you notice that the hidden inscriptions on the stone tablet disappeared?
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's a special paint on the statue that would change color when only those who have been to that underground space will be contaminated by the dust and be able to... And this is the choice that the first... If you choose to boast about your deeds, you will receive the highest honor. If you choose to remain silent, then the mysterious island will remain a legend. In the end, my companions and I...
But not being able to tell anyone after accomplishing such a feat. People like Ko'olo...
But have you noticed that Ko'olo, who claims to have been to the island...
What?
Right. Paimon remembers that Ko'olo said that he went to the mysterious island alone. But there's no way he could have been able to use the spirit ways.
He deliberately recommended the client to find Mualani, probably because he thought she wouldn't be able to reach the mysterious island. That way, as guides, we are not adventurers, let alone treasure hunters. But in the process, we also gain much skill and experience. Many guides gradually lose sight of their true belief. They end up becoming more like thieves who would rush to the other side of the lava lake. This is why the first chief left behind the legend and the map. To lure... Aside from me, many other tribe members have also traveled to the mysterious island. And just like me, so they've also made pacts with their companions, choosing to give up the results that would prove themselves.
You've all given up?
Sir, I've given up on merely one. Given her talent and qualifications, Mualani was well within her rights to choose the top-ranked guide Ko'olo as her teacher. But she chose me. I believe I was able to cultivate such an outstanding student and witness her completion of the legendary challenge precisely because if instead of looking at one single journey, we look at my entire career as a guide...
Karia, I've come up with a new research topic.
You're the same as always, Varamdra. You always have to find evidence. In any case...
Karia!
Because you haven't prepared the proposal yet. Shouldn't you finish that first before recruiting assistants?
Yes, of course.
But I've always found your proposals fascinating.
Karia,
That cara desse
given that I've been presented with new evidence, I've come up with a very general theory. I can use the ideas from the chief's speech. Perhaps the treasure I'm seeking has been by my side the entire time. No. To be more precise...
I understand,
It appears this guest has also...
It seems he's finally put two and two together.
There's nothing to worry about. It's just like Karia said.
But it seems he's still as stubborn as...
Now, it's your turn to make the choice, Mulan.
But, Uncle New, I'm sure anyone who can complete the journey to the island would make the same choice.
Very good. Then there's nothing more I can teach you. Here, take this talisman again. You can pass it.
Looks like it's also our time to say goodbye. You've taken great care of us throughout our journey.
Then remember, the next time you come to visit...
Friends? I suppose we are theoretically friends now.
Well, that's one way to think so.
Then Varamdra and I will be taking our leave. I truly hope...
Okay, but...
You're back already. So, as news...
What are you doing here all of a sudden?
Well, I found something even more
You... Seems you really learned a lot from New about how to make your... Huh? What? Why are you all looking at me like that? The elders of the tribe also gave me that same look. What's that supposed to mean? New. I've already proven that I'm stronger than you. I've been to even more. I've even been to the mysterious island. What do you...
Koholo. Even if you had never been to the island, no one would. But as for what we would deny about you, only you can find the answer.
Me?
So now, our trip to the mysterious island is officially finished. Yeah, but I have one more place I want to show you.
É, tipo assim, o cara não é um guia ruim. Ele é um bom guia. Você vê que você chegou... Essa última história que eu contei, por exemplo, é verdadeira, né? Que o pessoal chegou 500 metros ainda na cadeia. E... tipo assim, a mentira dele é... ter chegado na ilha misteriosa. Os anciãos da vila também sabem, eles sabem a história da ilha. Igual explicou, muito mais gente chegou lá. Só que eles optaram por não falar, né? Mas aí precisa inventar mentira pra desconfiar, porque tipo assim, já é bom o suficiente. Igual, ninguém duvidaria da capacidade dele se ele não tivesse sido
From what I've heard, if we take a group photo here, it'll bring us good luck. I'm sure of it.
What made you think of taking a group photo?
Well, we completed our trip to the...
You've earned the greatest honor for a guide. Yet, you can only walk away with a photo of your friend.
Would you call it a sacrifice? I don't really think. After all that we've been through together, the results don't matter anymore. Oh, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't know if you get me.
No, I get it.
Traveler!
So that's your answer, huh? To the meaning of a journey? It's a good one. Then...
Yep, Paimon's ready!
3, 2, 1. Kaholasaur!
Gente, é muito bonito, eles fazem um negócio muito legal. Mission complete. A recompensa aqui também é. Isso aqui é de upar ela, né? Vou dar 10 tipos no bônus aqui. Se vier, beleza. Se não vier, eu não vou tirar mais, que eu tô guardando pra Chilonem e num rerun eu pego ela. Nossa, mas que tiro maravilhoso. Veio Katina e Bennett. Pra mim valeu demais. Olha, e veio uma Favonius também, não tinha reparado. Ótimo. O problema é que a gente dá 10 tiros, quer dar 20, quer dar 30, quer dar 40. Sim ou não? Não, porque eu vou... Porque eu vou segurar tiro pra Katina. Pra Katina, pra... pra Xilonen. O problema é que eu quero a Xilonen, não é só Xilonen. Eu quero a Xilonen, quero o Zhongli. Se vier o rerun da Arlequina, eu vou atirar. Se vier o rerun do meu bilhete, eu vou atirar, porque eu não tenho.
Something you wish to...
Não é muita coisa.
Go on. You have my undivided attention.
É isso aí, vou encerrar por aqui. E... depois eu continuo. Mais tarde, talvez. Se vier o rerun, eu vou atirar. Essa aí fui.